What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. So we have another underachiever who is trying to appear woke because she sucks at what she does as a hammer thrower. Meet Gwen Berry, who looks like a hot mess, honey. Woo, child. She may not be shamed, but I'm shamed for her looking like this. Hammer thrower Gwen Berry turns away from flag during the national anthem. I'm going to read this and I'm going to tell you a little bit about her background because this is not the first time she has done this. There's a reason why she's doing this, and when you hear about it, you'll realize what a actual loser she is. Let's remember that she came in third place. You know what third place means? It means second place loser. She has a big L on her forehead, okay? Loser. That's all she is. And she's salty because she lost 2 white girls. Hey, listen, hold on. I'm gonna get to the story in a minute. When you guys clown her, I know you're very angry that she has disrespected our country, that she think it's so bad because if we were so oppressed, like how is it that she was able to live in an upscale suburban neighborhood, okay, in Missouri? But I'll get to that in a minute. I want you guys to understand that these are the people who want you to be outraged. You're gonna have the left go, yes, Queen Slay, and all of y'all like, don't be disrespecting the flag, don't disrespect our country. If you don't want to represent America, then why are you even at the Olympics? Which is valid points. They are very, very valid points. But this is what they want you guys to do, because if you're white, they're gonna call you racist, and don't play that game. If you're going to go after her for what she is. She is a loser. She came in third place. She didn't even come in first place. She didn't even get the silver. You know, normally when you come in second place, everybody tell you, oh, you know what second place is? Second place is first place loser. No one remembers who came in second place, and no one really remembers who come in third place. So no one's going to remember her. And the fact that she lost to 2 white girls, you should shame her for that. That's why she's salty, okay? But anyway, let me read this and then we're going to go into her history, because she is a POS when you hear what I got to tell you about her. Okay, on Saturday, the song happened to start while outspoken activist Gwen Berry was standing on the podium after receiving her bronze medal in the hammer throw. Bronze, third, loser, okay? Second place loser. She came in third, all right? She lost. She came in third place, second place loser. While the music played, Berry placed her left hand on her hip and shuffled her feet. She took a quarter turn so she was facing the stands, not the flag. Toward the end, she plucked up her black t-shirt with the words "activist athlete" emblazoned on the front and draped it over her clown head. Now, here's the deal. There was a rule that was at the U.S. Olympics this year that says that you cannot bring any type of political clothing, so you can't have a Black Lives Matter t-shirt, you know, and so therefore, instead of getting a Black Lives Matter t-shirt, she decided to get a t-shirt that says activist athlete with the same letters of Black Lives Matter, and of course having it be black. So now she started to cry because she's getting a lot of people, not a lot actually. I looked at her tweet. It's not even ratioed. I'm gonna show it to you in a minute. But she got a lot of heat because of what she did. And then she says, I feel like it was a setup and that they did it on purpose. Berry said I'm sorry. I need to talk like her. I feel like it was a setup and they did it on purpose, Berry said of the timing of the anthem. I will pierce. To be honest, okay, hold on, where we go now? You ain't gonna do that to me, girl. So here's the deal. Let me tell y'all about this POS, and she is indeed a POS. This is not her first time doing this, okay? Check out the very, very ugly blue lipstick. This woman purposely makes herself look unattractive because she's miserable. She's very unhappy. And she's basically trying to get street cred because she grew up in an upper middle class suburban area in Missouri. Okay, and I noticed about these new blacks, they like to pretend that they got some street cred by doing stupid stuff like this. Now, there's a reason why she did this in 2019. In 2006, she wasn't doing this in 2016 and 2000, and I think she started doing all her hammer throw in 2010. So from 2010 to 2016, she wasn't doing any of this. But this is what happened in 2016 doing, I think it was doing the Pan Am Games, or maybe it was the Olympic trials during that time too. I'm not so sure. But anyway, during her meet during the hammer throw, she broke the national record at the time. But when they gave her a drug test, oops, she turned up to be on roids. Yes, she failed the drug test and she tests positive, and they won't let us know what she tests positive for, but whatever it was, the record, the so-called national record that she broke was annulled, and she was expunged from the records completely and was placed on a 2.5-year suspension. So when she came back, now she was practicing her training during her suspension, and when she came back and she qualified and she came back, this is what she did when she won the gold medal. So because she's irrelevant, because people were forgetting about her, because, you know, she really is an underachiever, she can't do this at the Olympics. She can only do this at the Pan Am Games, okay? And therefore, that's what had happened. Now, she tried to mimic the great athletes in the past when there was segregation, when there was oppression, when there was Jim Crow laws, when there was laws against black people. And this was, you all know, the iconic Tommy Smith and John Carlos. And this is Tommy right here. And this is John. Now, we understand during this time, this was a protest because blacks were going through something back then. But what I find amazing with, crazy people like her is that they're trying to conflate what our parents and our grandparents and our ancestors have been through with what's happening today. Today, blacks are not being segregated by laws. They're segregating by themselves. They're doing self-segregation, but there's no Jim Crow law stating that I gotta live over here because I'm black and other people gotta live over here because they're white. And there's no laws on the books that are specifically aimed towards blacks in a racist way. So a lot of these times, these people have to get street cred by acting like blacks are oppressed or acting like they're standing up for blacks during this so-called racism, which this country, if you really think this country is really racist, why are you in the Olympics? Why do you want to represent our country in the Olympics? But anyway, she wasn't the only one who did this. This idiot right here is a fencer, and he came in third at the Pan Am Games too. This is Race Embolden, and he came in third, and he was like, I'm gonna get on my knees so I can bring attention to how black people are so oppressed because I'm gonna use my position to bring awareness. So you got these stupid people who are just doing this for clout. Trust me, they're not doing this for any activism, because what they're so-called being activists for doesn't exist. It doesn't happen. But anyway, come to find out, she got punished for this, and she was fined $50,000 for this, honey. I was yes, I like that kind of slaying queen, okay? And she was placed on 12-month probation. I think she should have been suspended anyway. So she's a problem. You see where I'm going with this? She's a big time problem. And Tokyo realized that all the problems are coming from America. So therefore, they decided to come up with a new rule stating that you can't take a knee and you can't raise your fist. And so this is the reason why this heifer did this. Okay, are we clear now? Are we up to date? Now, let me show you exactly what she did. I got the video here so you can see it with your own eyes.
Americans, though, still making a stand in different ways in the lead up to the games. Hammer thrower Gwen Berry turning away from the American flag as the national anthem played at the Olympic trials in Oregon.
Me being able to represent my communities and my people and those who have died at the hands of police brutality, those who have died to this.
You mean the criminals who have died in the process of shooting other police officers? You mean the criminals who have died in the process of committing a crime? You mean the criminals who have died because they're professional criminals and they're resisting arrest? And hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Where is she at? Look at this. Are you serious? These people are very miserable. You look like this. You think a man. Well, hold on. I don't know. Black men are a little desperate. No offense. I love brothers. I love y'all. Some of y'all. Not all of y'all. Some of y'all. But let's be honest. Some of y'all are so thirsty. You will probably go for this, okay? Because remember, from what y'all told me, a hole is a hole when the lights are out. But anyway, this whole fake, I gotta stand for my oppressed people. If you want to stand, if you really, really want to stand for oppressed people, how about you go to a place where black people are really enslaved? And due to YouTube's TOS, I can't talk about that, but let us continue.
And those who have died at the hands of police brutality, those who have died to this systemic racism. I feel like
she can't even say, she can't. What did she say? Hold on a second. Did she say system racism?
Systemic racism. Systemic racism.
Systemic racism? Girl, if you're going to use words as an activist, please, and by the way, I know I don't have the room to talk, but I do know it's pronounced systemic racism, not systemic racism. But go on, girl, go on with your bad self.
I feel like that's the important part.
Her actions recalling Juan Carlos and Tommy Smith making a stand for racial justice at the
And it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not even equivalent. The thing about it is, and that's how you can shut these people down. There's nothing today in the 21st century that is compared to back then during this era. Nothing. No laws, no no policies, no nothing. The world is not the way it is from the 60s and the 50s and on back. It's not. But because things are really good, trust me, it is. Black people can achieve anything they want to if they actually apply themselves to it. But if they don't, or they want to play the victim role, this is what they do. They do stuff like this.
1968 Mexico City Games, but her abilities got Berry onto the team, joining long jumper Brittany Reese, hurdler Grant Holloway.
All who stood for the national anthem, by the way. She's the only, look, this one right here, she's the only clown who did this. She's the only one. She's the only one, because she sucks.
And 17-year-old runner Arian Knighton, among others, all qualifying in Oregon.
So check this out. What's so bad about this is that Deanna Price set the world's record in the hammer throw. And nobody's talking about her setting the world's record because everybody's talking about this clown. Everybody's talking about this clown, and they're not talking about this great woman who set a world's record in the hammer throw. Do you understand this? So we are focusing on her instead of her. A woman who actually earned her keep. So I did some research on this person and come to find out she is not a black that comes from the hood. She doesn't have a struggle in her past. She grew up in an upper middle class suburban neighborhood in Missouri. Raised by her mother and father, had everything she ever wanted, good education. She also had a good coach. She had everything she ever wanted, but now she's trying to act oppressed. And hold on, I know I'm probably hurting you guys' eyes by, I know you guys are probably hurt. I don't mean to hurt your eyes. Hold on a second. We'll get to this. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I mean, trust me, honey, I could show y'all some bad pictures of her, okay? I actually did collect some. I mean, look at this, okay? Look at this. All right. When you look like this, okay? When you look like this, you want the world to be mad with you. All right? She did this to her face on purpose. Okay? That's what I want y'all to understand. All right, anyway. But she didn't really have to struggle for nothing. She didn't have to want for nothing. She grew up privileged. But these are these new blacks I've noticed. And guess what? It's a bunch of them on Twitch. As a matter of fact, I'm willing to say 95% of the blacks on Twitch, the political area, they grow up privileged. They really do. And then they try to, I guess, obtain their street cred by appearing woke, by doing disrespectful things like this and acting like we as black people are under systemic racism, which we are not. They act like we are oppressed, which we are not. So here's the tweet where Nick Zaccardi basically tweeted out, Gwen Berry during the award ceremony for the hammer throw at the Olympic trials, where she qualified for the Tokyo Games via AP Twitter. And so we have her here where she's turned it to the side. By the way, congratulations to Deanne. I'm so happy. And by the way, look at them singing the national anthem. So she turns herself to the side because she don't want to feel like she's a team player. Although the other black athletes, all who won first place, had no problem not only holding the flag, some of them holding the flag, but they had no problem standing up and putting their hand over their heart and singing to the national anthem while facing the American flag. And I think if these people don't like America, because there's nothing wrong with our country. We have a great country. There's nothing racist. The country today, America today, is not like it is or was in the 60s. The America today was not like it was in the 50s and the 40s and beyond. Okay, it is great, and there's a lot of things that I can do and that you can do equally. We can do these things if you can achieve them. Now, if you are not capable of winning first place like this, like Deanne Price, then that's your problem. But it has nothing to do with systemic racism. So that's one of the pictures. And then she takes her t-shirt. Like, where did she get this from? That's what I want to know. Like, where did the t-shirt come from where she's able to do this and put it on her head? And then, of course, she holds it up with her flowers and put activist athlete. And of course, on Twitter, everybody's like, yes, Queen, whatever. So then she retweets what Nick said and go, don't set me up and think I won't jump. And then she got like all these black hand fists in the air. I hate Twitter. I know y'all want me to come back, but man, I'm kind of glad I got suspended for the how many time? I think this is the third time I got suspended. But once again, like I said, this when you look like this, and when you look like this, and when you look like this, you got to make everybody miserable. So I want you all to not approach it from the position of disrespecting the flag. She came behind two white women. If you're black, you need a reminder that you came behind two white women. That's how sorry you are. And also remind her that she came in third. And once again, third place is second place loser. And no one will remember her name after this. Okay, yeah, she pulled this off, but in history, she will not go down. She will not go down in history as a winner. She will go down in history as a loser. And I hope they serve her a good slice of humble pie come the Tokyo Olympic Games. But let me know what you think by leaving a comment below. Also, leave a like, and I'll see you all on the next video. Later, taters. Hey, yo.